Hello, welcome to the weekend. Happy weekend, everyone. Today I have a really exciting episode for you. I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as I will. Today I'm going to be talking about masks, why you really should be incorporating a facial mask into your skincare routine on a weekly basis, or how often should you use a mask and which masks are the best for your skin, and all the different types of masks there are out there. So today we'll talk about masks. Very exciting. I've got a few examples to show you today as well of the different type of masks that I work with as a beauty therapist and the type of masks I use on my skin as well. So let's talk about masks. What are the benefits of masks? Why you should be using one? So masks, face packs. They're also called face packs. So if you have a look around for masks, some people call them face packs, and they have different names depending on the type of mask it is. So face masks or face packs have been around for thousands of years, long time. Ancient people used to use the masks. And in the original days, they were actually used as poultices to treat skin inflammation, infection, to draw out impurities, etc., from the skin. So they were used for medicinal purposes in the beginning. Today, we use them mostly for aesthetic purposes to beautify the skin. So what is the difference between a face mask and a face poultice? So face masks today, they are substances, so they are made up of different substances, and it's kind of like a pack or a cream, a lotion, potion that you put on the skin and leave for a certain period of time before you wash it off and take it off. So it's a treatment that is put on for a few minutes to an hour, sometimes even overnight, to treat the skin. Now, poultices in ancient days were used by the very first doctors that were around, the people who used to collect herbs and botanical extracts. They used to study the power of the botanical world to treat skin and different body ailments as well. So poultices were originally used as packs on the skin, and they would be made up of herbs and botanicals, oat flour sometimes as a carrier, and applied to the skin. Then a wet pack would be put over that, or a cloth or a bandage as well, to keep it on the skin so it wouldn't come off, and it would be left on for a certain amount of hours, several hours, sometimes overnight. And often they would change those packs. So they would leave it on for a few hours. Then as the pack has done its job, they would check the wound or the skin to see if it's improved. If it needed another pack, then would prepare a fresh one and put it on. So in ancient days, packs were used to treat skin wounds. So if somebody got a cut or a bite, they would make up a pack from herbs, essential oils, plants, to put over the wound to draw out infection, reduce the inflammation, and even things like splinters, to draw out splinters. Aches and pains, so if somebody had arthritis or muscular pains, poultices can be made up to put over their local area to relieve the muscle tension or the inflammation associated with the pain as well. So there are many different benefits, or originally there were medicinal benefits of poultices and packs. But today we use it more for aesthetic purposes. And today I really want to talk about the masks and packs that we use for aesthetic purposes for the skin. By the way, for those people who haven't seen me live on Saturday, my name is Janaelston. I'm a skincare educator and blogger. I teach people about their skin, how to get the best results for their skin. And I also write for a blog called thebeautybusiness.com.au. You're welcome to visit it. And for those people who are really serious about skincare and would like to know more about the skin or learn about helping others with their skin, you're welcome to join me on my Facebook group called The Beauty Business Students. So for those people that I haven't met before, hi. And for my regular viewers, hello. Nice to see you again. So if you are watching this video, please post in the comments below your name, where you're from, what do you do? Are you an esthetician, or you're just really interested in beauty and skincare tips? So just pop that in the comments below. I'd love to find out a little bit more about you. Okay, so coming back to face masks. So we talked a little bit about poultices, what they were. So they were the ancient remedies for wounds, skin wounds, bites, stings, burns, cuts, abrasions. They would be applied even over sore muscles or swollen joints. So packs were used to relieve pain, inflammation, and prevent bacterial growth, or to treat bacterial infection as well. So with masks, on the other hand, which we'll talk about today now, masks are used for more aesthetic purposes to rejuvenate the skin. And masks are the one thing you can do with your skin that will give you immediate results. So you can cleanse, tone, and moisturize for long-term skin health, to preserve the youth of your skin, and to gradually improve different conditions. So for example, if you've got pigmentation, or you've got blackheads, or you've got acne or aging, cleansing, toning, moisturizing will help to gradually improve your skin. Adding a serum underneath, and I've talked about serums last week. So if you'd like to look at the video all about serums, join me on the video for last week, and I'll link to it below. So serums will boost the results of your treatment creams, and serums work at a deeper level in the skin to target new skin cells at the deeper levels, to give them the nutrition. So by the time they come to the surface, they're optimized, they're at the healthiest state, so your skin looks fabulous. Whereas masks treat surface of the skin for an immediate result. So masks are the one thing we as estheticians go to if we want immediate result. And think about it, every time, if you've never had a facial, but for those that had a facial, you will notice that whenever you have a facial, there is always a mask included. And towards the end of the treatment, some facial protocols may differ slightly, but most of the time there is a mask right at the end. Why? It's the one that provides immediate visible results. Everything else we do in our facial treatment can contribute to long-term skin improvement and long-term skin health, but the masks give you that immediate result. Often estheticians choose a mask if they are doing intensive treatments, for example, microdermabrasion or a peel or even a laser treatment, and they notice, wow, that skin's come up really red, it's really irritated, maybe it's very hot to the touch, it's swollen, let's get that redness and inflammation down quickly. What do they use? They use a mask. So masks are the one thing you can use that will give you that immediate results. So they're the benefits of the mask, why you should be using a mask. Now, not only do they give you immediate result, but they contribute also. It's that one extra thing you can do every week to contribute to improving your skin. So, for example, if you have pigmentation, using a brightening mask not only gives you that instant lift, but it will speed up results. Just like your serum, just like exfoliating regularly, all those different steps you do in skincare will build up on the results, and it'll enhance the results in your face, in your skin. So masks not only give you instant result, but contribute to add to the skincare routine to boost results as well. So really, if you're serious about skincare and you're serious about results, you should incorporate a mask into your weekly routine. So what type of masks are there? Let's have a look at the different types of clay masks. Different type of mask. And the first one is clay. It's a traditional mask, clay masks. When they come out of the tube, let me just grab my clay mask. Okay, here I'm using a mask that is designed for open pores, oily skin, blackheads, congestion. So traditionally, you would use a clay mask. And clay masks, they come out, usually they're pre-mixed in a tube. Sometimes you can have them in a jar and you would scoop them out to put them on. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're gray or dark in color, sometimes red, depending on the clay they're using. In this case, they're using white clay or kaolin. Kaolin is a very common ingredient used in face masks. Kaolin is fantastic at drawing impurities out of the skin. It helps to draw blackheads out, congestion out of the skin, helps to mattify oily skin and refine pores. So clay masks you would put on the skin like so and leave it on to dry for about 10 minutes. So clay masks generally dry. They become dry and sometimes flaky if you left it on too long. And then you need to moisten them again. So you add water to the mask to moisten before you remove it. That's the best way. Now, some clay masks have built-in moisturizers in them so they don't dry too hard, so they don't dehydrate your skin. Cheap clay masks will draw all the moisture out of your skin and they will feel tight and dry. When you take it off, your skin feels tight. That means it's dried your skin out. So be careful with the cheaper clay masks that can actually dry out your skin, even in an oily skin, because they take moisture out as well as the oil. So go for a professional formulated clay masks that has softer clays in it and has added moisturizing benefits. So as it's deep cleansing your pores, it's hydrating your skin as well. So they're the clay masks. Now, another type of mask that you could use is a mud pack. So mud is different. For example, the Dead Sea mud. So from the Dead Sea, they would scoop the mud from the Dead Sea and apply it to the skin. Usually it's darker in color. So why do they use Dead Sea masks? Because they are very rich in minerals and they help to remineralize the skin. So what does that mean? What does it mean when the skin is remineralized? Mineralized masks provide energy to the cells, energy to the skin. Minerals such as calcium, copper, zinc, magnesium are essential nutrients for our skin cells. So mineral masks are particularly good for people with sluggish skin, tired-looking skin, or people that are prone to sensitivities as well. So people who are prone to eczema, dermatitis, skin rashes, Dead Sea mineral mask or mineral masks are fantastic. Going along the same theme, there are also algae-based masks or sea mud-based masks. Now, often these masks are actually used on the body for slimming purposes. I remember working with a brand that had, as an esthetician, I had a huge bucket of powdered sea mud and algae. So algae that's been dehydrated and powdered. You open that up and you feel like, you're at the sea walking amongst the seaweed. It had a really strong seaweed smell, really potent. You open that up and we would scoop out a measure into a bowl. We would add water to it. With a brand that I used to work, we would add essential oils into it as well, partly to mask that smell from the algae, but partly because essential oils are also very therapeutic and they help to add to the results. So in this case, we were adding essential oils that promote circulation, promote the removal of buildup of water, which causes the puffiness in the cellulite. So we would mix that up and then we would apply it on the body. So in this case, either it was all over as a body detox treatment, or if we were focusing on localized areas where there was cellulite or whether people wanted slimming. Often with these body packs, we would wrap the person then in plastic, cover them in a blanket and get them to warm up aiding the detoxing process. So they would sweat and detox. The pack, the mud pack or the seaweed pack would help to assist and draw impurities out and remineralize the skin and provide essential nutrients for the cells to detox as well. So face masks are for the face, but you can also use mud packs or packs for the body. And often if you go to a spa, you can have a body pack, a full body pack to detox the body. The treatments we used to do when we would wrap somebody up in a body pack, we would then also apply a different detox mask for the face that was suited for the face, because something applied for the body may be way too strong for the face. Or often what we find, the face is so different to the body. You know, on the body we're treating cellulite, on the face we're treating acne. I mean, we would use a different mask for that. So you could have a clay-based mask, a mud pack masks, or seaweed-based masks. There are also creamy masks. Now, creamy masks, they are more designed for dry skin types. And often creamy mask, I'm just looking for mine. Oh, here we go. There is a creamy mask. And let's see. So you can see it comes out like a cream. Now, this mask will not set. It will stay soft on the skin, and it feels like a very rich moisturizer. So it's like a very intensive moisturizer. And in this one particular is a creamy mask, but it's got lots of hydrating ingredients. So it looks transparent. I do have another mask that is thick and waxy that I literally have to warm in my hands and apply it for it to melt into the skin. Now, masks like these are great for dehydrated and dry skin types, and they instantly relieve the dryness and dehydration in the skin. I mean, when we do a facial treatment with these masks, at the end of the facial, OMG, the results are amazing. Masks like that can plump out wrinkles, plump out the skin. They eliminate any dry, tightness, flakiness in the skin too immediately. So they're absolutely brilliant. Now, home versions of these masks can often be used as sleeping masks. And that's another really popular mask that's come out of Asia in the last few years. People love it because it's a kind of mask you can put on overnight. So at night, you would cleanse tone, apply the mask, and leave it on overnight. Now, a mask, it wouldn't look like this. It would look a lot finer. So you would massage it in and see it kind of disappears. Wait for it to absorb and then leave it on overnight. So you're not having stuff all over your pillowcase, and it works overnight. In the morning, you wake up when you use a sleeping mask, and they usually come in a tube and they're applied like a cream, gel or lotion to your skin, left on overnight. I swear, next morning your skin looks like you've had a facial. It's fabulous. So these masks are some of the best invention, because you see traditionally masks, the original clay-based mask, they left on about 10-15 minutes to set, and then they're removed. So the original mask were always used for only for a short period of time, something like 10 or 15 minutes. But these overnight masks, you can leave them on overnight. So this is really, really good to rejuvenate our skin, and for those people that are very time poor. So you use it as an intensive night treatment. And they're called sleeping masks because you sleep with it on. Now, with the sleeping masks, they can be hydrating, they can be nourishing, they can be brightening, they can be anti-aging, they can be designed for oily skins to detox the skin, anti-inflammatory, calming and soothing for sensitive skin. There is different formulations. The difference is that you leave them on overnight. So your esthetician will tell you if they have a sleeping mask and how it should be used on your skin. So there are oil masks as well. So with oil masks, they usually come in a vial with a dropper, and literally you would apply it to the skin and apply and leave on most of the time, again, overnight. In a professional setting, we as estheticians or beauty therapists love using oil masks for massage during that beautiful, relaxing time of the facial when you do massage. We also love using the creamy masks for massage. So choose an esthetician that uses quality products for her massage. Cheaper places use a plain vegetable oil for massage. So it doesn't do anything for your skin. It's just really relaxing. And if you want to really improve on the results, so if you're particularly looking to improve results with pigmentation or aging or acne, you want to use a mask for massage that treats the skin. So not only is the massage technique improving your skin, but it's absorbing the essential actives from the mask for best results. See, the act of massage helps to infuse. So if you're just massaging with a plain oil, okay, it'll hydrate and soften the skin, but that's it. Why not use something that brightens or plumps out wrinkles or refines the pores or treats inflammation or infection? Why not? So a good esthetician will have a high quality product that she will massage with. So it'll be a mask, an oil in a gel form, in a cream form, or oil form. So that's something to look out for in a professional setting. For home use, you can use an oil mask and leave it on overnight. Sometimes I use oil masks in a professional setting. They're used on hands and feet with paraffin treatment. So you will find that the esthetician, if you ever had a paraffin treatment, they will massage the oil into the skin and then dip your hands or feet in the paraffin to coat, to heat up the oil to absorb into the skin. So it's an infusion type of technique. So that's brilliant to soften hard, calloused feet and to soften dry, rough hands as well. Oil mask, then covered with paraffin treatment, is amazing. It's the ultimate in luxury. It's beautiful. So you can have oil masks. Next, gel masks. So I use a gel mask. I've got a particular one that is, I use it, for example, I'm in Sydney, Australia. Earlier this week, we had 40-degree heat. It was so hot. And I was wearing a particular necklace. I was fine towards the end of the day, I started to get a little bit itchy. The next day, when I woke up, I had this red ring where my necklace sat the previous day. So obviously I sweat underneath it. It reacted with the metals in the necklace. And I had this rash across my neck. And it was itchy. But if I tried to scratch it, it was burning. So it was sensitive, red, raised rash. And it was itchy and burning. So I immediately reached out for my calming and soothing cleanser and toner. I applied my SOS serum, which is good for irritated, rashy skin, and I applied a mask, and I applied this gel mask. And this gel mask, oh my gosh, it felt immediately cool and calm on the skin. So gel masks literally look like a gel, like so. And again, they stay soft. Now, there are some masks that are used for combination skins that you apply as a gel like that, and then it sets within about 10-15 minutes sets, and then you kind of peel it off in tiny sort of thin sheets. This particular mask doesn't peel off. It stays soft, and it's instantly calming and soothing. So it's using ingredients such as botanical extracts such as bilberry and berries, hyaluronic acid, calming and soothing botanicals to calm the skin. So that I actually left that on overnight because my skin was so irritated. So during the day I had to go to work, so I couldn't quite wear it. I actually put a thin layer of it during the day and then sunscreen over the top. And then at night I applied it and I left it on overnight. Next day I was fine. No problem. So gel masks, cooling masks, often also used after microdermabrasion, after peels, to quickly settle an irritated skin and hydrate our skin. That feels really cool. Cool means not only is it reducing inflammation, but it's hydrating your skin as well, because water feels cool in the skin. So that's the gel masks. Next, there are peel-off masks. Now, I've applied this peel-off mask earlier on. This, it's not quite ready. It's still tacky. This peel-off mask comes out as a thick, sticky kind of mask, and it's got built-in alginates in it to let it set. And when it's ready, I'll show you how it literally peels off. Now, peel-off masks have been very popular for that combination oily skin. And when you peel it off, particularly where you've got blackheads and clogged pores, as you peel it off, you notice all the blackheads and clogging is stuck to the mask. So when you turn the mask over, it looks hairy. But it's not hairy, it's all the dead cell buildup that the mask peeled off. Some of the very popular, most recent masks in that category was charcoal mask. And charcoal mask, which is the black mask you put on and you peel it off, and then you got all the blackheads and all the comedones stuck to it. I've tried a charcoal mask. I found it extremely harsh. I think the charcoal in it dries the skin a little bit too much, so only use it if you've got very oily skin. Otherwise, opt for something that is not necessarily charcoal, but is a peel-off mask. Fantastic at refining and deep cleansing the pores immediately. So it gives you that clean pore look immediately. There are pore strips that fall into this sort of category. So a pore strip is actually a piece of cloth that has been impregnated, there you go, with drawing type of clays and clays and starches, I think, clays and starches. So when you put it on the pore strips, you moisten them so that they can adhere to your skin. When they dry, you peel it off and you can see all the blackheads there. So they're along sort of similar category as well. So they're like a mask, but they're like a localized treatment mask as well. So peel-off masks are fantastic because they deep cleanse the pores immediately and they tighten the pores and leave your skin beautiful and clean. This particular one is a professional mask that I used in the beauty salon on clients and for people who have that oily problem, open pored, congested, clogged skin. And the skin feels fabulous, super smooth afterwards as well. Not quite ready, so hopefully by the time we come to the end of the video, it'll be ready for me to show you how it peels off. Okay, next mask are sheet masks. These are so popular at the moment, super, super popular. So this is an example of a sheet mask. So they come in a pack. Now, usually you buy one pack at a time. Sometimes they come in a box of 2 or 3. This particular one is a professional mask that we use in a beauty salon. So it's sold to professional therapists, estheticians only. Oh, no, I grabbed the wrong one. So they come in sachets like that. I'll talk about that one in a moment. And when you open it up, literally you pull out a sheet. So it's like a cloth, a rounded cloth with the eyes, the nose, and the mouth cut out. And the cloth is soaked in a gel. I forgot to grab it. My daughter's got it. She loves it. She loves those peel-off masks. She's right into the K-pop and the Korean beauty as well. And whenever I'm going around the Korean shops, I buy her one of those sheets, peel-off masks. She loves them. And it's really funny. I look at those masks and they're, you know, for sensitive skin, hydrating. They can be hydrating. They can be anti-aging. I haven't been able to find one of those cloth masks for problem skin. So I usually use one for sensitive and anti-inflammatory mask for her. yeah, they're usually soaked in a gel substance. So essentially you put the cloth on and the gel substance stick to your skin and treat your skin, and you leave it on for 10-20 minutes. Those masks are essentially the same thing as your gel mask, but it's soaked in a cloth to put on the face. Do they work any different than our gel masks? No, it's just a gimmick. It's just something for fun. My daughter loves it. It's fun. It's something she put on. She could easily take this gel mask, put it on her face. It'll do exactly the same thing, except she hasn't got a cloth to remove it. She just rinses it off. So there you go. So the sheet masks usually is just a plain cloth soaked in the gel in the mask that you put on the skin. So they're no different than if you get the gel out of the tube. But people love it. They're fun. And I think the reason they buy it also is because they come in a pack. So they're spending $2, $5 instead in a tube. So a tube of a gel mask like that would be $50. But really, when you think about it, a tube like that would give you 10 masks, probably 15 masks. So you're paying about between $2 and $5 per mask. When it's in a tube, it's the same thing with that. So really, you know, people, it's a preference. You know, they just want to buy a mask as they use it, or do they get a mask in bulk and always have it on hand so they don't have to always go back to the shop and purchase a new one. And I have seen sheet masks really expensive, like a single mask for $10. But it's just super expensive. It's like this, like $100, so you pay $100 or $150 for a tube. So obviously, when you buy masks in any skincare, actually in smaller quantities, you pay more. When you buy it in larger quantities in bulk, you pay less. So there you go. So instant gratification, great for fun. And I was saying, some of the shops I've seen with those masks, they have different animal masks. So you can choose a tiger mask, you can choose a puppy mask or a panda mask. So literally the sheet mask that comes up makes you look like a panda. You know, it's got a panda drawn on, face of a panda, or pussycat or a tiger or whatever. So it's just for fun. So people put the mask on, take selfies, and have fun on social media with it. So it's gimmicky. It doesn't. It's not necessarily better. It's gimmicky. Masks are supposed to be fun. It's all about fun, relaxing, and enjoying the treatment. So that's the sheet masks. The other one I was going to talk about is the alginate mask. So this is an alginate mask. Now, I'm going to just tip a little bit out, or see if I can scoop it. I didn't bring a scoop. Let's see if I can take it out. So alginate masks, these are professional only because they're too difficult to apply yourself at home. So if you can see, there's a powder in a mask. So it's a sachet made up of powder, and the powder is made up of alginate. So something that sets. So as a esthetician, beauty therapist, we will tip that into a bowl, add water, mix it into a thick paste, which is then applied over the skin in a thick layer, and then it's left to set. So as you can see, you can't use it at home because it needs to go and thicken. It's quite runny. You put it on and it'll just drip down. So it's best done when you're lying down and let your esthetician do it. They apply the mask all over, and it sets as a nice thick. And then when it sets, it's like a rubber mask. It's flexible, but when you peel it off, it comes off all in one piece, in a thick sort of piece. Alginate masks are the go-to masks for professional estheticians to use to enhance results. Now, we use them to infuse substances. So we would put our cream, gel, oil mask underneath and use the alginate mask over the top to infuse it. A little bit like when you have your hands and feet done with paraffin, we use the alginate mask over the top. The difference with paraffin and alginate mask, because I've seen some estheticians actually use paraffin on the face as well. Paraffin is hot because it has to be hot to be melted to be used. Alginate masks can be mixed with room temperature water or even cool water. So when they go on the skin, they feel lovely and cool. So I found mostly alginate masks not only help to infuse products, They also help to reduce redness, inflammation in the skin, great for rosacea, inflamed skin, and they're super hydrating as well. Also, we often use them in anti-aging facials because they have a tightening and firming effect on the skin. And the tightening, I've seen some masks that we use for, particularly for neck, décolletage, that are setting masks that have a firming in that instant firming tightening effect. Literally, we've taken before and after photos, and you can see a reduction in the puffiness, the double chin, and you see a firming of the neck even just after one treatment. So these alginate masks are amazing for professional estheticians to use for that immediate anti-aging, deep firming, tightening, hydrating, calming and soothing effect. Absolutely brilliant. Usually facials with the alginate masks are a little bit more pricier than your regular facials with clay masks. So clay masks are a little bit cheaper. The alginate mask can be a little bit more pricey for the esthetician to purchase to use on you. So you pay a little bit more for the treatment if your anti-aging results, tightening, firming, plumping, super plumping results, then I'd go with an alginate mask facial. So ask for a facial with an alginate mask. Amazing. Next, thermal mask, and they're along sort of similar concept. So a thermal mask is not made with an alginate. I didn't mention what an alginate is. So alginate is something that is set. Now, traditionally, manufacturers use collagen derived from the cartilage and bones of bovine or cows, which is the same thing you use in cooking. If you're making jello, if you're making ice cream, or if you're making anything that's set. So you use your collagen powder, which is made from cows, the cartilages and bones of cows. But with more and more manufacturers, they use botanical alternative, particularly the brand I work with use no animal products at all in skincare, and they use marine algae, so made from seaweed. The algae has a setting agent in it, so they extract that. And we use that to make set. So it's a marine origin alginate. So really, if you want cruelty-free products, go with the more natural alternative. Now, with a thermal mask, it's a little bit different. Thermal masks are made of plaster, or the basis plaster. Same thing they will use if you've broken an arm or a leg, and they needed to plaster your arm or leg to keep it in place, and you left that on for weeks or months. So this particular mask, the esthetician would apply a rich, nourishing, creamy, hydrating mask to the face. Then would get the powder, especially one formulated for the face, mix it with water and apply it in a thick layer on the skin. So a thick layer like that all over the face. It feels light. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels like any other mask is applied to the skin. But what happens next is as the mask starts to set hard, it heats up. And the heating process is what infuses the mask underneath into the skin. Fabulous treatment to have in the winter time. It feels so good. It feels really super warm. The warmth not only infuses the mask, but has a rejuvenating effect on the skin, anti-aging effect. Really softens up deep lines and wrinkles and plumps out the skin. It's amazing. Thermal masks are absolutely the choice for your anti-aging. Not for rosacea or sensitive skin. And if you're claustrophobic, you might find it a little bit uncomfortable. So not really for those people. When the thermal mask sets, it's literally hard as a rock. It's hard. So you could knock it. And so how they lift it, they kind of lift around the edges and it pops off all in the one piece. And you can, take it home, paint it and put it on the wall as a trophy if you like. But literally it's like a plaster that sets and you lift it off and it's hard. If you try to bend it, it'll break. So that's a different one to the alginate mask, which are really soft and flexible. They don't break, they just bend. So that's a thermal mask. They were huge in the 70s and 80s, maybe going into the 90s, 70s, 80s. They had a huge comeback about a year or two ago. But what I found, the thermal masks, the esthetician has to practice and practice and practice doing it to get it right, because thermal masks set so quickly. The esthetician has to be really good at applying it very quickly before it sets on her spatula or in the bowl. So it's more for the advanced estheticians, more experienced estheticians that would use a thermal mask. And if the estheticians are confident, they just don't have that on offer. So if you have an experienced esthetician that uses a thermal mask, give it a go. It's amazing, absolutely amazing treat. Now, I talked about sleeping masks. So these were the oil creamy masks. So that's another type of mask you can use at home to treat your skin. Other masks you can use at home is herbal masks that you can make up yourself. I remember my daughter, she's a teenager, she had a bit of a breakout. She Googled a mask that you could make up from her spices at home and put it on her skin. Now, what did she do? I'm trying to remember. I think there was an egg involved, and I think there was turmeric involved in there as well, and cinnamon. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, she just Googled this recipe, put the mask on, and it actually helped. The next day, her skin did look better. So there are some homemade masks you can use for either antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, or hydrating or softening effect. They can do the job nicely if you're really stuck. My daughter went out with her friends last week. This is my daughter, my other daughter went out with her friends last week, and they were lined up to buy certain tickets to go into a show. She had the sun at the back of her, and she was out there. She's very, 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 very pale, and absolutely burned the back of the neck. The neck was red raw by the end of the day, and she's been in terrible pain for over a week with it. It's only just now starting to blister and come off. So she had her sunscreen everywhere else and missed the back of the neck, and the whole back of the neck was burned severely. So when she got home, I grow aloe vera plant in my garden. So I went and cut out the stem of the aloe vera or the leaf, cut it in half, scoop the gel out, and use the gel as a mask on her burn. It was the only thing that took that burning, painful sensation from the skin. Because I don't know if you've been sunburned, it's extremely painful. And even just moving, and for her to wear collared shirts was very painful. So the sooner you can treat it, the better. So in this case, I used, which is what we had. Yes, I have the cool gel mask as well, but we went straight for the aloe vera because it's always worked really well on sunburn. So I scooped up the gel, put it over the sunburn, and a cold pack. So she had a cloth soaked in cold water and applied over the top, and had that sitting there pretty much all the time when she was home. Absolutely brilliant. So it helped to reduce the pain, the inflammation, and boost the healing of the skin. So natural remedies, like I said, right at the top of the broadcast, have been used to treat burns, stings, bites, abrasions, cuts, bruises, aches and pains for thousands of years by traditional medicines and botanists. And there are some substances at home that are fantastic for your skin. But I will say, natural remedies, you've got to be very careful with what you mix with. So, for example, when my younger daughter told me she put turmeric and I think she put cinnamon in, I was quite alarmed, because some herbal substances you put on the skin can be very irritating on the skin, such as cinnamon, for example. Be very, very careful with things like that. If it burns, if it stings, immediately wash it off. And I would do a patch test. So if you make a mask at home and you've never used it before and you've Googled a recipe online, do a little patch test. Do it behind the ear, because if you get a rash, then it's not obvious like on the face. And rinse it off immediately if you feel itching, burning, stinging, or rash comes up, and just don't use it. In her case, she was quite like, oh, honey. There was honey, egg, and I'm pretty sure she said cinnamon. Cinnamon is the one that I was really worried about. Cinnamon and turmeric. Turmeric was fine. I was worried that turmeric would stain the skin. It wasn't bright yellow, but it didn't. Maybe because the egg and the honey sort of protected the skin. But yeah, be careful. Be careful when you use home remedies. Do I use home remedies on my face? I think I've tried a couple when I was younger, but not today. I just couldn't be bothered. I want results fast. I'm really serious about my skin, so I just use professional masks, whether in a gel form, cream form, clay-based form, etc. I use professional masks. I want results, and I know they will give me results. I don't want to take the risk of allergic reactions with natural substances because a lot of people are allergic to natural things. So be very, very, very careful, okay? Always use a mask that's prescribed to you by an esthetician. So always check with your esthetician or a healthcare professional before you use anything on your skin. That's my little disclaimer there. I will actually link to do homemade natural skin remedies really work. I wrote a little blog about that. So I'll link to it below just so you've got a little bit of information. If you're an esthetician, feel free to share that with your clients as well, just to give them a little warning to be very careful. Yes, home care remedies can be fun, but be careful. Okay, so we talked about herbal masks, fruit and vegetable masks. So I've heard people would mash up bananas and mix with a bit of honey and oatmeal, put it on the skin as a hydrating mask. You can use fruit and vegetables. Do they work? They can give you a little bit of a result, like a hydrating or softening effect, but nothing like a professional mask. Right? So, for example, a professional mask, in the case, let's say, calming and soothing, it has bilberry extract in it. So they don't just mash up bilberries to put on the face because they can be highly acidic, they can potentially irritate the skin. What they take out of the bilberry is the anti-inflammatory ingredient in the bilberry and put it in the mask. So you're getting a concentrated form of the active ingredients in the mask. So fruit and vegetable masks can be fun. Again, be careful. Some people are allergic to certain fruits and vegetables, such as tomatoes, oranges, strawberries, lemons can be quite irritating on the skin, so be very, very careful. But like I said, do a little patch test before you put it all over your face and with a rash that the esthetician has to fix for you later down the track. So, and the last one, I think we talked very briefly about it with the charcoal mask. They were huge. About a year ago, 2 years ago, they kind of declined in favor. You saw lots of YouTubers, put a charcoal mask and then try and peel it off. It was extremely painful. So we watched and sat there and watched people, scream in pain as they're pulling those things off. So I never tried a charcoal mask. I looked at it and I thought, oh, it's just a fad. I've got other alternatives that just say anything. There's no need for that thing. Okay. So let's see if this is ready to peel off. It feels hard. Okay, here we go. Let's see if that's, see how that's peeling off. Oh, there you go. So that's our peel off mask. This is soft. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't pull the hair out, which is I think what happened with those charcoal mask. I think they kind of pull the hair out, so giving your face a wax as well. Painful. Just gently peels off and removes blackheads. Now, I don't have any blackheads or clogging on the back of my hand, but actually when I've done these masks for clients and I pulled it off, you could see the blackheads on the inside of it. It looks really furry and hairy. And we show it to the client and they feel so satisfied because it's come off. So that's what a peel-off mask looks like. Some other versions are clear, translucent, not coloured. This one wasn't much fun. So I've peeled all of that off. The rest is washed off and the skin is super soft, smooth, and deep cleansed. So that's what I love. Mask is. Now, as I finish this broadcast today, I'm going to do a little shout out for a mask that I absolutely love, and I think most people can use. I'm going to show you this mask because I think it's the best mask I used in a very, very long time. So this mask is called the poultice. Can you see that? Poultice, oh, it's not, let's see. Brightening mask. It's still focusing on me. I'm going to, no, okay, I can't see it. All right. Poultice brightening mask. Now this one is, as the name says, brightening. So it is a soft clay-based mask that has a brightening, instant brightening action. So when I show it to my clients, I put the mask on the back of the hand. We leave it on for 10-15 minutes. Then we actually roll the mask off. So this is another mask called mask. You can, when it sets, it rolls off. So you literally roll it off with your fingertips, gives you added exfoliation. Then we compare the back of the hands, and the results are amazing. You would be absolutely amazed how instantly brightening this mask is. Great for pigmentation, melasma, class. So if you've got uneven skin tone, you wish to even out your skin tone, or you have sun damage in your skin, fabulous anti-aging. This mask contains vitamin C, niacinamide, which is free, enzymes as well to microexfoliate, and clay, and white clay in it to detox and draw out impurities from the skin. I also used it on my daughter when she's had a breakout. We didn't have anything at home. We ran out of her regular mask, and it was brilliant at reducing inflammation. So if you're prone to rosacea or acne, it actually has an anti-inflammatory action on the skin too. Brightening, illuminating mask. Now, I love using this mask. Now, when can you use your mask? Masks can be used immediately before you go out. So if I've got a date with my husband, or we've got a wedding to go to, or we're going to a special event, I use the mask for 20 minutes before I apply my makeup. So I cleanse, I exfoliate my skin, apply the mask, leave it on for 20 minutes, wash off, serum, moisturize, primer, makeup. Your skin looks amazing if you use our Express Pick Me Up mask, which is what this mask is. It's an Express Pick Me Up mask as well. Amazing results. Makes your skin glow with vitality and health. Makes it look more youthful and radiant. Absolutely brilliant mask. Love, love, love it. When we use it in facials, every single time the client gets up, looks in the mirror, goes, oh my God, I love my skin. So I would definitely give this mask a go. It's fabulous. So that's something for home use. Estheticians also use it in the professional setting, so they get in a facial treatment. So you can use it to finish off a facial. So you could request to have this mask done as part of your facial as well if you want that instant brightening, rejuvenating effect on your skin. Love that mask. So that was a little shout out to that mask. I had to mention because it's probably the best thing I've used in a long time. So and my daughters love it too. So there you go, all about masks. Now let me just have a quick look at my notes to see, oh, did I talk about the benefits? Okay, the different benefits of the mask. I think I kind of covered them as I covered the different masks, and I'll show you the examples. But to summarize, a weekly mask. So most people can use a mask once a week. Some people use it up to 3 times a week. So if you've got more dry, sensitive skin, once a week. If you've got more oily combination skin, you can use it up to 3 times a week. The more often you use a mask, the faster results you will get as well. So you build up on your results. So all the different masks can be used 1 to 3 times a week. And the benefits they can have, depending on the formulation, is they can rehydrate the skin instantly. They can nourish a dry skin and relieve the tightness in the skin. They are plumping and firming on the skin. So they plump out wrinkles and tighten and firm the skin. I mentioned a mask we use for the neck that is an instant tightening effect, amazing in a professional setting. They can reduce puffiness. So people who get that double chin or puffiness under the eyes. Oh, I didn't mention eye masks. We certainly have eye masks as well. Usually they're gel or creamy base to plump out wrinkles, reduce puffiness, and reduce dark shadows under the eyes as well. Masks can give you that instant result for if you've got those problems under the eyes. They rejuvenate our skin, so there's great anti-aging masks to rejuvenate our skin. Lightening and brightening, as that mask that I mentioned here before as well. They can exfoliate and refine, particularly the clay-based masks. Sometimes they can have enzymes built in, like this mask. Sometimes they can have a little bit of AHA or even retinol put into the mask to rejuvenate, refine the skin, and refine the pores. They draw out toxins, deep cleanse the pores, remove blackheads, refine and tighten the pores, reduce inflammation. So if you've got red skin, you've got a rash, like remember I told you about the rash I had on my neck, applied the mask, immediately calmed and soothed it, took the sting out and the itching out. Reduce inflammation, reduce irritation in the skin, neutralize bacteria. So my daughter, if she has a breakout, or either one of my daughters, even I occasionally have a breakout, I use the mask to detox, anti-inflammatory. Now, the tip with that is if it's just a one spot, you can actually apply it on the spot, leave it on overnight. I put a bit of towel over my pillowcase and I treat the spot, leave it overnight. Literally the next day, the pimple has dried up, the yellow pus has dried up, it'll fall off in the shower, and there you go. You don't have to squeeze your skin. So masks can instantly dry up those pimples like overnight. So they neutralize bacteria to reduce acne and help to clear acne fast. So there you go. So there are some all the things that masks can do. So depending on what you're treating is the mask for your skin. So if you want to hydrate, look for gel, creamy mask, hydrating mask with hyaluronic acid. If you want to detox mask, look for clay-based masks or algae masks or marine-based masks, which are great for detoxing the skin, or Dead Sea mineral masks. If you're looking for anti-aging benefits, you want firming and plumping masks, antioxidant masks, maybe a mask with retinol in it. So there you go. These are like intensive facial packs you can use for instant results. What's fun? Why don't you get yourself a mask and use it this weekend? And you've done a mask, and I'm going to do it. I promise. In the comments below, I'm going to do a selfie with my mask on this weekend. So right now, I'm all done up for you guys. Later this afternoon, I'm going to give myself a cleanse, exfoliate, and a mask. I'll take a safe selfie and I'll post it in comments below. Why don't you do that too? Actually, if you don't want it public, why don't we do it in the group? Actually, that's a good idea. We'll do it in the Beauty Business Students group, which is on Facebook. I'll link to it below. Let's do a face mask selfie in the group, so it's not out in the public. It's just among ourselves. Yeah? And then tell me which mask you used. I'd love to hear about your mask, your favorite mask that you're using, and come to try all the different ones. I think that's the best fun you can do for yourself at home. Wow, what a fun packed episode this has been. Am I the only one having fun? I hope you guys are having fun. Now, let me see. Good morning, Desert Rose from Gold Coast. How are you? So glad you joined me again. I think you're one of my most regular fans. You are here every single weekend. Thank you so much. I promise when I go to Gold Coast, I have some plans this year to go up there. I'm going to look you up. I'm going to come and visit you. Just I'll come and have a facial with you. Or maybe we can do facials on each other. How about we do that? You do facial on me, and then we'll do a swap scene. I'll do facial on you. Would you like that? Love to do that. Okay. And who else is there? There is Miggy Sizzle. Thank you so much for this brilliant talk, Marcia. You're very welcome. Feel free to share with your friends, with your clients. If you're an esthetician, absolutely feel free to share. And Tasha, you're as well. How are you? Good to see you. You'll be using masks this weekend for sure. Awesome. Take a selfie, put it on the student business, student group. So we get each other there. Try to see which mask you use. I'd love to hear which one you use. Awesome. Great to see you guys. If anybody else pops on after the live video, I'm going to check the comments during the day and reply to any questions you have. You're welcome. Oh, Tracy, how are you, Tracy? You're my regular as well. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining me today. Wow. Okay, I need a cup of tea. How about you? Thank you so much again. Hope you are having a fabulous weekend. I'll see you on the Beauty Business Students group when we do our little facial mask. See you there. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.